an emergency of their own.
Hello, people. We get KPRC Local 2 News here in Houston. They come in over the internet. Also,
and I'm Rachel McNeil. Ian and Lauren are off. We're going to begin with that breaking news.
They have a live stream over the internet. Also,
has just been robbed.
Yeah, we're told the suspect
right now they're following some breaking news. A Ross store has been robbed.
We're going to get with in just a little bit to bring you a live update, see how those people inside the store who are locked up are doing, and where the investigation is right now. In the meantime, 2 Houston police officers involved in a crash this morning are doing okay, but the investigators here in this case are still searching for the people who were involved in that crash.
Well, this all happened in Northwest Houston on Hammerly Boulevard. It was around 6 o'clock. The people in the truck involved
took off running after this started
crash. Local 2's Mark Will is live there now. He spoke with a witness to this crash.
Newscast off
Investigators say this Houston police
breaking
officer
news.
had the lights and sirens going right here down this lane, and the vehicle in front
this
of him
guy
tried to get out of the way,
is
but
talking
actually
about
got
a
in the way
crash.
to investigators, and after that crash,
A
the people inside the
police
truck
officer
started running away
involved
from the
in a
scene.
crash.
Jared Crawford was out for a morning bicycle ride when he witnessed the crash. This Houston police cruiser slammed into the back of this pickup truck near the intersection of Hollister and Hammerly in Northwest Houston. But it's what happened after the crash that caught Crawford by surprise.
The guys jumped out so fast and they just took off as fast as they could. And 2 guys run through the apartment complex, the other guy kept on going.
Instead of staying at the crash scene, police say the driver and passengers inside the truck took off running. Investigators told Local 2 the crash happened while officers Juan Garza and Andy Vo were responding to a burglary call.
The vehicle crossed in front of him. He ended up swerving to the right, trying to avoid making contact. Unfortunately, because he was going at a high rate of speed, it did make contact.
Paramedics checked out both officers on the scene, and they're expected to be okay. Crawford says he's just thankful they weren't hurt severely.
Well, you know, I'm just glad the officers are all right.
Now we're told one of the suspects ran into that apartment complex. 2 others ran in that direction down the street. Investigators took that license plate from the pickup truck, trying to see if there's an address attached so they can go and try and find these guys and find out why they ran away from that scene. Reporting live in Northwest Houston, Mark Will, KPRC Local 2.
Well, police are asking for help from the public, so if you know anything or know who may have been in that pickup truck, you're asked to give them a call.
Well, the search is on right now for a 4-year-old boy who vanished from his family's front yard last night. We're told the little one was in the yard with his dad. Dad was cleaning the car at the time. Kyler Johnson's father says when he looked up, his son was gone. Search and rescue teams have been working throughout the night. Still no sign of this little one. We're told Kyle was last seen in a blue T-shirt and his underwear. We've got a crew heading down to Victoria, and we will bring you updates here throughout this day. Terrible story here. They're going to have to find out where this little baby disappeared.
Oh, absolutely. Hopefully get some answers. Well, you know, I know Ian is going to be filling in for Bill tonight. Bill's coming back from Mexico.
That's right.
I'm going to guarantee that Ian is getting 9 holes in right now.
At least 9.
He's nowhere near a television.
Giannis, what are we talking about for this day?
He loves warm temperatures more than
Perfect.
anybody I know. That guy, if it's in the 70s, he's complaining.
He's game.
It's too cool. But
Oh, gosh.
He loves these mid-80 degree temperatures. So let's get to what's going on. We'll start with your Champion Energy camera. It's another gorgeous day. You can see not a cloud in the sky. It's beautiful out there. Nice and mild, 76 degrees, calm winds. And the humidity, 58% for this time of day, is still really dry. So it's going to be a warm, low humidity day. You can see on the visible satellite image, there's a few, this looks like that's actually a little bit of fog left over from this morning. So clear skies are at all of southeast Texas. This afternoon, we may see a couple of high clouds, but otherwise, it's going to be pretty gorgeous, just like what we saw this weekend. And for right now, mid to upper 70s, College Station and Wharton 75, Houston and Galveston both 77 degrees with a calm wind, so it's really nice out there. And again, the humidity, not too bad. It's going to feel fairly dry for the next couple of days. So beside maybe a couple high clouds late this afternoon, early this evening, pretty quiet day, light south wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mid-80s from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock with our high temperature for 86 degrees. And we've got another cool evening, 68 degrees. I'll show you your work week forecast, the rest of the work week forecast, when the humidity will come back, and when our next chance of rain is coming up.
All right, Anthony, thank you very much. We're going to go back to that. that breaking news we told you about at the beginning of the show. This is Katie in West Harris County, where a Ross store was robbed.
Yeah, we're told the suspects are still out there somewhere. Let's go to Local 2's Courtney Savala, who is live on the scene. Courtney?
An active scene. Harris County sheriffs and deputies here. Do want to tell you, we did get an update just a few moments ago. 2 suspects, we're told, are in custody. Also, a third person is being questioned right now. Employees, what happened, I would guess, right around open time, they were in the store and 4 suspects barged into the store showing guns, and the suspects tried to get into a manager's office, into the safe. Employees fled into the manager's office. I want to give you some chopper video that was shot moments after this robbery was reported. You can see high above here on the ground what's happening is some Ross employees are on the scene here talking to sheriff's deputies. Obviously, some of them looking very upset, obviously so, from this traumatic experience. I can tell you, from arriving on the scene shortly after Sky 2 was above the scene, I did talk to a woman who was trying to get into the Ross store this morning when all of this went down. In her car, she had her 4-month-old daughter. She was just coming here to shop, and she saw people running out of the store, another guy with a gun. She's obviously very chaotic. But again, we just saw moments ago a canine come out of the Ross store, put back into the deputy's car. We're going to stay on scene and bring you the latest as soon as we can. For now, we're live in West Houston. I'm Courtney Savala, KPRC Local 2.
All right, Courtney, thank you very much for that story near Katie. Of course, Courtney will be out on the scene to monitor that, and you can get updates anytime at click2houston.com.
Well, a baby left alone in an apartment was killed when the unit caught fire. Now police are waiting on an autopsy to determine the exact cause of death. The fire broke out at the Palmview apartment complex on Schiller and Clarence around 10:30 Saturday night. Arson investigators say they found the 7-month-old baby trapped inside the home. The parents were outside and taken downtown for questioning. A total of 4 units were destroyed.
Houston police say 2 people opened fire on a man, killing him while he was walking down Tarbury Road at Damascus Drive in northwest Houston. The shooters were driving a Ford F-150 at the time, according
Here,
to
I'll show you the news channel that we get KPRC on.
Late last night, the motive behind the deadly shooting has not been determined. And another shooting to report overnight, this one from southwest Houston. Cops say someone shot 3 men. Club Creek Drive at Woodfair was the intersection. We're told one of the victims is in critical condition, 2 others with non-life-threatening injuries. Witnesses say the shooter simply took off. Now to the latest information on the death of Trayvon Martin. His parents are expected to address the media again today.
Thousands are expected to gather at a demonstration in Sanford, Florida to show their support. Vigils, marches, tributes, all being held across the country today. Rallies and calls for the shooter's arrest continued over the weekend from California to the East Coast, even here in Houston. All this as friends of George Zimmerman called the shooting an act of self-defense. NBC's Jay Gray has more.
The shooting that has sparked a national outcry.
A show of unity in Sanford, Florida. It's about pulling our community together in the wake of an absolute tragedy.
A
shooting that has sparked a national outcry. Come tonight praying for the Martins.
The internet stream is behind the TV stream.
Normal church attire replaced with hoodies.
We stand in solidarity with the family of Trayvon Martin.